We are back with another episode of Small Biz Highlight. My name is Tiffany Roman, and I am your host. Hello and good evening, everyone. We are live with StreamYard. If this is your first time catching us, thank you, first of all. But second of all, if you'd like to see your comments on the screen while we're live, I would love to showcase them. You just got to make sure that StreamYard and Facebook are talking to each other. So in the comments, feel free to find the link for streamyard.com/Facebook to give that permission right away. And therefore, we can see your pretty face or picture, whatever your picture is for your profile and your name, of course, because we'd like to know who's talking to us. I mean, you know. This year is 2021. This is your year. We don't have much left in 2021, but you still have plenty of time for any dreams, aspirations, goals that you have that you want to achieve for this year. You still have plenty of time to get it done. You can do it. I'm here for you to spread so much positivity. Please feel free to spread the positivity to all your friends and family. All right, let's talk about friends. My friends button on my Facebook page is missing. I don't know where it went, but I can't invite people to like my page. So help promote Small Biz Highlight. Get onto the Small Biz Highlight webpage on Facebook. Find a video that you like, maybe this video, and share away onto your pages, and maybe comment or tag somebody who may be interested in the information provided. Help spread the word. Yes, you're spreading the word about the show, but ultimately you are supporting all 94 of the businesses as of today that I have had the pleasure of having on the show. Just think about that. With one post, bringing people to that page, you never know what videos people are going to look at. So that is 94 businesses potentially that you have given the opportunity to be growing their reach, their potential customer base. And that is huge. That is called word of mouth, guys. And that's why it's beautiful what we're doing. All right, so what's new? There's too much new to spend time going through it all. So I'm going to do a speed version and hopefully you can catch up. Every Tuesday, I'm going live on Clubhouse at SBH Show. I'm going to be going live to do a similar process. I'm going to go live introducing small businesses, but this time they're introducing themselves, giving them their small little 30 seconds to introduce themselves, their business, tell us a little bit about themselves. And, we're going to break the ice with a little bit of Top Tail. Got to showcase them. I'm so excited that I have a hard copy. Look at that. Anyway, okay, so I digress. Have some fun with it. Get to know each other as human beings, not just business owners, because, connections are 100% what we're all about here. On Wednesday, I will be going over all the updates. Just like I said, there's too much to go over in one shot, so I have a whole show dedicated to it. Networking game night every 20th of the month. It started this past October 20th, and we had a great time. Looking forward to it growing and adding more people to the event to help promote connections and networking, as well as just being human. And Small Business Saturday, November 27th, from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Yes, you heard that right, read that right. I will be live for 12 hours featuring businesses every 20 minutes, giving them a 15-minute infomercial to do what they want. Whatever they want. The goal is to promote the idea that small businesses are absolutely a choice for your holiday shopping. You do not need the big stores. I'm just saying. All right, so enough with all that boring stuff. I will be able to go in more detail with everything on Wednesday. So whether you catch me live or on a replay, please check it out so you can get more details and all the nitty gritty about it, because I've got a coupon code for 20% off. Anyway, so I digress. Tonight, my second guest is none other than, oh goodness, excuse me, Dr. Sharon Adams. Thankfully, that is not a name I had to ask beforehand. It's I am very notorious, if you know me, of saying names wrong, but thankfully that's an easy one. shouldn't mess up, but whatever. My kids were actually excited because they're totally obsessed with the Adams family right now. And when they heard that I was interviewing somebody last name Adams, they started singing the song and snapping their fingers. So I don't know how she feels about that, but we'll have to see when I bring her on. So without further ado, let me bring the good doctor on. Give me 1 second here. Hello, good evening.
Hello, and that was my favorite show.
Oh my gosh, my kids are obsessed with learning how to snap. Like they almost have it. They just have like the airy snap right now, but they're getting there. They're getting there. Every so often a good one comes out and they get so excited. But thank you so much for being here tonight. I know you must have a crazy schedule, so I truly appreciate your time.
I appreciate being here today. Thank you. So, as she said, oh, yes?
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm Dr. Sharon Adams, but with only one D. Okay, we spell it right.
Yes.
And I am a retired pediatrician. I'm a graduate of Johns Hopkins Medical School in Baltimore. And for 27 years, I had the privilege of caring for children and their families. I got to see little ones that I saw in the newborn nursery grow up to become amazing adults. 3 of the little girls that I took care of are doctors today. And so it was just a privilege for me to be a part of their lives. But unfortunately, I had a very bad accident about 4 years ago, and I had to retire from practice. And as I look back, one of the most heartbreaking parts of being a pediatrician were when I had to diagnose a child with cancer, or when I had a patient that had been in a serious accident. And I saw emotionally what the family went through, but I also saw so many families destroyed financially by the medical bills when they had a serious illness. And I've actually had families in my office crying because they were going to lose their home and they lost their retirement. And I know all too well that when a family member has a serious diagnosis, you will move heaven and earth to get them to the best doctor that will save their life. I've seen it with my patients and in my personal life. My little brother was diagnosed with prostate cancer, stage 4, 3 years ago. We don't even have cancer in our family. And I saw what it did to him. Yes, he is still undergoing chemo. At first he was able to work, and then he just couldn't do it anymore, so he had to leave his job. So they went from a 2 salary household to a 1 1/3 salary household. And I so wish I could have helped him. But I'm thankful to Globe Life Family Heritage because they allow me every day to help families. Once again, I get to make a difference because I have affordable benefits that will protect families from ever having to go through the financial hardship that my brother and many of my patients went through. So I always say this opportunity found me because I never would have chosen insurance because I had to fight on behalf of my patients for 27 years. And when I went out with my injury, I had to get a lawyer to fight for 1.5 years to get my benefits. And so when I interviewed for this position, I knew that this was a company that truly wanted to help people. And so once again, every day I get to make a difference. And my benefits are affordable. They will help families pay those skyrocketing deductibles and copays, but also your rent, your mortgage, your living expenses, and even travel expenses if they need to travel out of state to have medical treatment. We pay for all of that. Yes. And I so wish that years ago I would have had something like this that my patients could have had. It could have changed so many lives. So I'm happy that I'm able to offer this to families and individuals and small businesses. But especially for small business owners, they often have to pay full price for medical coverage, and they're forced to take a sky high deductible. I talked to a family 2 weeks ago that $20,000 for 2 children and the mother and father because they have their own business. That's what they have to pay. So when they go to the doctor, they're paying full price for everything. So at least if you have, I have 4 areas: heart attack and stroke, accident and injury, cancer, or ICU, we pay benefits directly to our clients. And I always kind of say it's like this. If you have health insurance and you don't have supplemental coverage, it's like rear-ending and totaling a 2021 Porsche and find out you only have $30,000 in liability coverage. Serious illnesses and accidents could have out-of-pocket costs that you may need help for the rest of your life. Therapies, treatments, chemotherapy, surgeries. And so we help to protect you. We have no lifetime cap on the benefits you can receive on your policy. And that's so important when you're dealing with cancer or a heart attack or stroke, because you never know in the beginning if you will be able to have one surgery and be healed. Or you might need several chemotherapies. You might need 100 chemotherapies. You will never know. And so we
Yes.
don't have a lifetime cap.
I think when people get that bad diagnosis or the bad news and whatnot, they immediately focus on the bad news. What do we do now? What's next health wise? But then because they're so intertwined with the next steps for, care of the person and whatnot, they often forget about those things, the bills,
Yeah.
the house, how are we going to pay to get here and there? How am I going to do that and work? I'm going to have to quit my job. Like those are things that they sometimes, I don't know if it's that they completely forget about it or that they just choose not to worry about it because they feel like, taking care of their loved one is so much more important. So it's amazing what you're doing because you're giving them that chance to be able to make the sick family member their main priority because everything else is taken care of.
Right. And we give personalized service. So it's based on your unique needs and your budget. There is no one size fits all package because your family is unique. Your family history is unique. What you want is unique. And so I meet people on Zoom. I can protect people all over the country and Puerto Rico. Y yo hablo español, yo tengo servicios en español. And so I do my appointments.
What? She blew my mind for a second.
I do my appointments on Zoom and it's very much personalized. And so when my clients need help, they have a question, they don't go to an 800 number, they call Dr. Sharon. And I do all the claims paperwork for them. And so when something happens, all you need to worry about is getting well, not doing paperwork, because I do that. I will interact with your doctor and send forms that your doctor needs to fill out. I can tell your doctor specifically, as another doctor would, what needs to be documented. So that's why I say the opportunity found me. So I have 27 years of doing medical reporting. So I can certainly do that. It's a pleasure for me to do that for my clients. And so all you need to do is worry about getting well, not on paying your bills.
Love it. And I love how you keep saying that it found you, because it's so true how that happens, isn't it? Mm-hmm. How like you don't intend necessarily to be in this kind of business, and then all of a sudden it just clicks that it makes sense for some reason, and now you can't see yourself doing anything else, right?
Because I saw it with my patients and in my personal life, and I know all too well that accidents can happen. I lost my stepson and stepdaughter on accidents in the road. That's
what kind of effects did you see with your business during COVID?
During COVID, I actually saw an increase in my business because people were very painfully aware. If I were to get COVID and end up in an ICU for a month, how would that impact my family? And if you've ever seen an ICU bill, I have a brother who years ago was in an ICU for a month, and it was over $300,000. And that was at least 10 or 12 years ago. And among other supplemental health businesses, we cover ICU for any reason. So many of our competitors only cover, heart attack, stroke, and accident or cancer. We will cover ICU for any reason. So if you were to have COVID and end up in the ICU, it would be covered. If you just had your appendix out and you just had a problem during surgery and needed to stay in the ICU, it would be covered. So we cover ICU for any reason. And we're the leader
That's
in the
huge.
industry.
Because like you said,
Yeah.
that can be very expensive.
Yes. And we're the leader in the industry, 4.42 out of 5 stars, compared to some of our competitors who advertise on TV, 1.07 out of 5 stars. So, and that is verified consumer reviews by the Better Business Bureau. So that was an independent study that they did. And we're very proud of that because we are there to help people. And we have a special program. It's called Refund of Premiums. Wouldn't it be great if an insurance
Okay.
company actually paid premiums back to you? Well, we do that when you hold your policy for a number of years. And let's just say you got a family policy for accident and injury and you held it for like 20 years. Let's just say you held it for 20 years and you paid us $20,000 in premiums over 20 years. What if you never used it? With our competitors, that money is gone, but with us, we give your premiums back to you. And then you get to keep your insurance
What?
at the same rate because we do not increase rates. Normally in insurance, the older you are, your premiums go up, but we lock you
Yes.
in from the time you sign up. And then if you never use it, we pay you your premiums back. Now, being a pediatrician, I can almost guarantee you if you have little ones, there will be that one day when someone tries to defy gravity and they have a boo-boo and you will go to urgent care or to the emergency room or to the clinic, and let's just say someone broke an arm and we had to pay 5,000, you would still get 15,000 back. But what if over that 20 years you had children in sports, they had concussions, they had broken bones, you had a few car accidents and injuries, and we paid out 100,000 for your family over that 20 years. At that point, you wouldn't get the premiums back, but that was $100,000 from us and not from your savings or your 401k. So we were there when you really
Wow.
needed us. And I think that is one thing that sets us apart from our competitors.
I would say
that
so. I don't think I've
we
ever heard of
refund your
that before.
premiums. Yeah. And that's just another way that we really want to help people.
Wow. That just blew my mind a little bit because, like I said, I've never heard of a company saying that we'll pay you back.
Yes, we do.
premiums.
We pay the premiums
Usually
when
that
it's the claim.
usually you're paying into it and it's theirs. It's not, you
Right.
don't see that money ever
Or
again.
often with your car insurance, if you have an accident and you use your insurance, then your premiums go up. We do not raise premiums.
Yes.
We do not penalize you because you use the policy that you got. We want you to use it. I actually had someone today that I said, please let me do your premium because she is a teacher and they've got really great insurance. And her son had a little injury and he had to go to the emergency room. And the school district is going to cover everything. So she's not going to have a medical bill. But I said, that doesn't make any difference. You still have these benefits that will come directly to you because we pay in
Yes.
addition to any other insurance you already have. And I don't think people
Wow.
really understand that when you have health insurance by design, they are designed to pay your doctor, your clinic, or the
Mhm.
hospital. They are not designed to pay you. But see, they pay doctors and hospitals to keep them in business. We pay you directly to keep your family in business. And so our families really love that part of it because that money comes to you directly. Then you choose, do I need to pay a medical bill with it? Do I need to pay the light bill? Do I need to put this toward the rent or the mortgage? You decide where that money is spent. So even if
Wow.
your medical insurance paid 100% of the bill, you are entitled to get the benefits under your policy. So you could put that into savings for, your family or for college education.
That is crazy and such an amazing
Yeah.
opportunity for, well, it's an added benefit in addition to these
Yes.
amazing,
Mhm.
services that you're providing that are on, like you said, just helping people have peace of mind and,
And that's it.
being
You
able to
get right
focus
on it.
on who they need to and leaving everything else to you guys. That's powerful.
Yes,
Wow.
and I think it is peace of mind. What we
Yes.
allow you to do, we can't prevent things from happening, but you know that when the what ifs of life happen, that you have this, that you have someone that is rooting for your family, that is here as a backup. So you will have
Yes.
additional financial resources that are tax free. By the way, they're tax free benefits, and
What? You just keep adding more and more,
they're
Dr. Sharon.
affordable.
You're blowing my
They're
mind
affordable.
here.
Yes, a whole family can be get coverage for the price of a gas station coffee every day. And I'm not talking Starbucks. I'm talking like 7-Eleven. It is affordable. We made this with working families in mind. It is affordable. And
Wow.
so, on any budget, whatever budget you're on, we can find coverage for you.
Wow. So if you were just catching us right now, you just missed a whole lot of information. I've been talking to Dr. Sharon, and she has been telling us about this amazing business, Globe Life Family Heritage, that is offering peace of mind and security for times where you're at your lowest points because it's the most stressful situation in your life, whether it be, loss of your employment or someone gets sick or what have you. She is taking the stress away of everything else and letting you focus on what is important to you. And I mean, where have you ever heard of an insurance company that they say we will pay you back your premiums? Like my mind is just blown by this. And tax free, come on now.
Yes.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, if that doesn't tell you that this company is 100% about helping their customers, I don't know what will, because I've never heard of this from any other company before. This is just amazing. Dr. Sharon, I want to thank you for being here tonight
Well, I
to
want to
educate
thank you
us.
so much for coming on and just letting me share with, my passion now about helping families. So
You can absolutely tell it's your passion because of the way you just go on and on about
yeah,
it. Like you can talk, it looks like you
I
can
could.
talk about it for hours if I let you.
I could.
And it's not a bad thing. I hope you don't take that as a bad thing.
Yeah.
I truly mean it as a compliment because there's people that you can tell they're not 100% in it because of how like short their answers are or whatever. They're just, you can tell by their demeanor. I can tell that 100% if I go with Dr. Sharon, I am taken care of for sure. And that has to be a good feeling that a lot of your customers have with you.
Yeah, it is. And just being able to once again just reconnect with my passion. Because I think when I was off for
Yes.
those 4 years, I just really lost that sense of purpose. And what I do now has brought that back. So,
I'm so glad that, despite all those many years of you serving your customers and, having that fulfillment in your life of helping people, that you're able to find something that can give you that feeling all over again. And I feel like that's very important, especially for people that are so used to being that connection for someone of support of, it's amazing. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy that, this business is working out for you. And, thank you for being here tonight to educate us on this. I feel
yes.
like I want to go back and watch the episode myself so I can
Okay.
rehash what we just talked about.
Yeah.
But, thank you so much. Your time is so appreciated for being here. For anybody who is catching us live or catching us on the podcast, thank you so much for taking the time to stop by. If you have a moment, please hit like, comment, share. Let us know you were here. Send away to someone who you think might benefit from this information. Please, simply clicking share and having it post onto um, your Facebook page or Instagram or whatever it is your choice is, simply sharing it is putting this business out in front of people that it may not have been able to touch without your help. And that is why small businesses rely on what is called word of mouth so much. Yes. So please share away. You never know who on your friends list is dying for this type of information. and they may not even know it themselves until they watch this episode. Help get the word out there. People need help, and they, may be looking for this type of help themselves. I'm telling you.
And I think,
you know,
this time of year.
Go ahead.
Yeah, particularly this time of year when people are doing that open enrollment and they're struggling because they're being forced to take the plan with the high deductible so they can afford their premium.
Yes.
This is something that is affordable that will actually help them pay those high copays or any other expenses they have. And it is affordable, so it's a great thing to have with your health insurance that is there to protect you specifically, not for the doctor and hospital. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Goodness, those are like the kind of posts you should be posting on social media. We're about protecting you, not keeping business with the doctors. That's huge. Oh gosh. All right. So, thank you again for being here tonight. It was really appreciated. This has been such an informative interview. I'm so excited to, take this and spread it out to the world to hopefully educate more people on what options are out there for them, especially because the community is small business owners. So who knows who may need this information?
Yes.
If you are a small business owner or know of any small businesses that you would like to see featured, please send them my way. It's so super easy. They can schedule an interview, Small Biz Highlight, using our Calendly. The links and all of that are available very easily. Next week we have Scott LeBeau from One Source Connect and Karen Brown from All Things Tea Please. So I'm really excited to hear what all that is about. I feel like I should have my teacup ready just in case.
Yes, with your pinky out, your little pinky.
Yes.
And one
I'm totally going to do it to watch. I'm so excited. I love learning about all these new businesses and sharing them all with you. Thank you so much for your trust and the time to share your story with us. As always, I will end this interview with your friendly reminder to put your communities first. We do that by shopping small and supporting local businesses. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Thank you.